Good morning. I'm Gary DeWaal, and this is Bridging the Week for October 9th to 13th, and today is October 16th, 2017. The Commodity Futures Trading Commission brought and settled an enforcement action against a Dubai-based brokerage company and trading firm for the purported spoofing-type trading by one of its employees. The Commodity Exchange Inc. also brought an action against the same entity for spoofing, but additionally charged the firm with failure to supervise. Separately, J. Christopher Giancarlo, CFTC chairman, told Congress he would be recommending another interim delay before finally deciding what level the swap dealer de minimis threshold amount should be in order to determine who should be registered as a swap dealer. This amount currently is scheduled to decrease from $8 billion to $3 billion at the end of 2018. He said he would request a delay at a deference to two new CFTC commissioners. However, the two new commissioners did not seem interested in the interim delay at all. This week is the annual FI Expo in Chicago that hosts a large number of vendors and helpful seminars. So I can fly out there to prepare for panels on which I am participating. Let's get started. The Commodity Futures Trading Commission and the Commodity Exchange Inc. brought and resolved charges against Arab Global Commodities DMCC for alleged spoofing-type trading by one of the firm's traders in 2016. According to the CFTC, from at least March through August 2016, an unnamed trader for AGC, a Dubai-based broker and trading firm, on multiple occasions placed orders involving COMEX-traded copper futures that involved the same pattern. Placement of a small lot order on one side of the market, typically one or two levels away from best bidder offer, placement of a series of larger orders on the other side of the market with an alleged intent to cancel, and cancellation of large orders following execution of the smaller order in whole or part. On occasion, said the CFTC, the trader used another AGC's trader's account to disguise his activity. The CFTC claimed that AGC did not have an anti-spoofing policy, did not train its traders or managers regarding U.S. prohibitions against spoofing, did not monitor for spoofing, and did not detect its traders' purported spoofing. To resolve this matter, AGC agreed to pay the CFTC a fine of $300,000 US. In addition to charging AGC with a violation of its prohibition against disruptive practices, COMEX also charged the firm with a violation of its duty to supervise. COMEX said that AGC's failure to provide its traders with, quote, sufficient training regarding exchange rules, end of quote, as well as to monitor its employees' trading for potential violations, was the basis for this charge. AGC agreed to pay an additional $70,000 US to resolve the COMEX disciplinary action. The relevant individual is not charged by either the CFTC or COMEX, at least at this time. Chairman of the Commodity Futures Trading Commission, J. Christopher Giancarlo, called for another year delay in the automatic reduction of the current interim swap dealer de minimis threshold amount scheduled to occur at the end of 2018. Mr. Giancarlo called for this extension during an appearance before the House Committee on Agriculture on October 11th, saying it was appropriate because of the recent turnover of commissioners and staff at the CFTC and the Commission's current vacancy of two commissioners. The objective, Mr. Giancarlo said, quote, is to get the right result, not a rushed result, end of quote. Under CFTC regulation, a person is not to be considered a swap dealer unless its swap dealing activities for the prior 12-month period exceeds a gross notional threshold amount of $3 billion US after a phase-in requirement of $8 billion US. The phase-in period was originally scheduled to expire on December 31st, 2017, but was extended by the CFTC to the end of 2018 following a final report by the Commission's Division of Swap Dealer Intermediary Oversight in August 2016. Virtually contemporaneously with Mr. Giancarlo's testimony, the two new CFTC commissioners issued press releases suggesting that no delay in finalizing the de minimis threshold amount should occur. According to one of the new commissioners, Brian Quintens, quote, while we should always consider new data in the ongoing evaluation of public policy, it is well past time to address this issue head-on, finalize a rational and effective threshold, and provide the market with clarity, end of quote. Rostin Benham, the other new commissioner, said, quote, additional delays of the swap dealer de minimis threshold will only serve to prolong uncertainty for market participants and create market risk. End of quote. And finally, IMC Chicago agreed to pay a fine of $30,000 to resolve a disciplinary action brought by ICE Futures US. The exchange claimed that, on, quote, numerous occasions, end of quote, between January 2016 and March 2017, the firm's automated trading system successively entered orders in Cotton No. 2, Russell Complex, and MSCI Complex Futures, and then in response to such orders, immediately deleted them and entered new orders because of a quote-unquote feedback loop. IFA said that under the duty of supervision, IMC had an obligation to monitor such transactions, which IFAS implied the firm did not. In agreeing to the sanctions, IMC neither admitted nor denied the rule violation. Separately, Marex Financial Limited was charged with market disruption and failure to supervise in connection with the trading of an employee, Jake Wiltshire. Mr. Wiltshire was separately charged with market disruption. According to IFAS, from May through October 2016, Mr. Wiltshire, trading for Marex and himself pursuant to a profit-sharing arrangement, manually entered large orders on one side of the cocoa futures market to induce executions of smaller quantity orders on the other side. After the smaller orders were executed, Mr. Wiltshire canceled the larger orders, said IFAS. Marex settled the IFAS disciplinary actions by agreeing to pay a fine of $25,000 and disgorging profits of more than $9,000. Mr. Wiltshire settled his disciplinary action by agreeing to a 360-day IFAS trading suspension. Well, that's it for this week's edition of Bridging the Week. As always, there is more articles and more information in the article version of Bridging the Week on the website. Check it out. I'm Gary DeWaal. Have a great week. See you in Chicago. And until the next edition of Bridging the Week, ciao.